Y'all, it is vital that you remember this. When you look around, even at the things that are happening in this world and the people who are in charge, oh, first things first, Sticky Talk, this is purely for entertainment purposes only. We're just bored, we're talking, we're thinking out loud, new book and let's go. Nothing here is stated as factual, actual, no misinformation is impossible when we're just, having fun. Guys, nothing is as what we've been told or what it seemed this entire time. We're learning that now. The entire world is waking up and, oh, I'm so proud of you. Yes, thank you. All right, keep going. Really good example, and she made a video January of 2023, I believe, about the firmament, the flat earth. Ooh, the way I got shredded by Globers. But I am so proud to see so many people now are understanding, seeing the truth. Everything that we've been taught has been lies. In fact, one man shared my video and he's got like 500,000 likes. So good, that's great. I love it. Kind of hurt my feelings when I posted it and it took a little bit of my soul. No, I'm just kidding. No, a little bit. It changed me. Yeah. No, but you know what? This is the hard part. Being a person that's going to have to tell the truth, it's going to be difficult. And if that's you and you're struggling, keep going, keep pushing. Because eventually, you're going to be so grateful you continued. But on that note, guys, something happened to me last night that, well, for somebody who's been a psychic clairvoyant medium my entire life, and I have dealt with demonic attack after demonic attack, pew, 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 my whole life. And I have seen and witnessed some some bone-chilling things. Heck, I even had a demonic attack on live when I was doing readings one night. Everybody saw it firsthand. They all helped me. The growling, the knocking, the scratching, the kids crying and laughing outside of my windows at midnight, 1 a.m, and I don't have any neighbors around me that are within, well, it's pretty far, and none of them have kids. Yeah, that was a wicked, wild, yucky night. That was actually the last time I did any kind of readings on TikTok, and I do not do readings anymore because I denounced that after God showed me, kiddo, those have not been spirits, those have been demons. Anyways, I digress. What I'm trying to say is I have dealt with my fair share of demonic attacks and things that would scare the living pants off you, right? But it has been a very long time since I have felt that threatened, until last night. I had something happen to me. Let's just say, I had to lean into God and pull out all stops, all angels, all archangels, all protection, and remind who was messing with me that I am not only a child of God, but I am his daughter. I'm a warrior. I'm a chosen little soldier, and don't mess with me. But I'm here to tell you guys what happened last night was far more than supernatural, and it was far more than evil. It was, in all accounts, terrifying. And it all was because of something I had discovered on my drawing. I had a follower ask me once, Auntie, when do you know that your pieces are done? That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't. Well, at least I didn't. That is until last night. For the very first time when I discovered something, it's been there for a long time, but it's just kind of been a little bit of a sketch up in the corner. When I thought, maybe I'll just erase that. It's always those ones I think about erasing that end up being the ones that, but never not like this one before, and it was with the rabbit up at the top. I am not ready to share this yet, and you can ask, there's only 2 people that even know what I found on that door. My beautiful friend Tammy, who I love and adore up in Idaho, was the first person I told. And then I had to tell Uncle Mike because it was going to start affecting our home. It was getting bad. Poor Uncle Mike, I don't know. He was asleep. He was fast asleep. Happy as a little clam, little sheep, has no idea about the spirit realm. Oh, poor guy. He has no idea what it means to be married to me. Which brings me to my next point. Don't worry, I will come back to all that. If you look at the news headlines from September 27th, you will be able to find, and I just don't even share news headlines anymore because I don't want Tiki Talk to have any reason to be like, Google it. Roseanne Barr was on Tucker Carlson and was very vocal about the fact that Hollywood, the elites, are blood-sucking vampires. Yeah, and that they like to eat and they have a taste for that. This is something I have known for so long. And I understand the types of spirits in the spirit realm, the different demonic entities, the vampires, the reptilians, the aliens, the greys. They're all boiled down to one thing, demons. But they all, no matter how varied and how different they all have one thing in common. Actually, 2. Their thirst and taste for certain kinds of meat, raw meat, little raw meat, much like veal. And their absolute hate and disdain for God. And the two kind of work hand in hand, because when you do what you do to the veal, man, that hurts him more than anything in this world. So this is something, poor Uncle Mike, I actually didn't even have, I don't know if I didn't have the nerve or if I didn't have the wherewithal to tell him. But like I said, it's got to be very interesting to be married to Auntie, because the spirit realm comes hard, especially for God's anointed. Something happened 2 years ago in June. Well, not this last June, but the June before. And I'm not sure if you guys remember what happened to Auntie, but you probably would if I just tell you one word. It actually landed me on global news all around the world. All around the world. I was interviewed by NBC Nightly News, Inside Edition, everybody. I went global for this one thing happening to me in my home. Yeah. We were suddenly inundated, swarmed by millions and millions and millions of Mormon crickets. Big, nasty. We're actually, from what I've been shown and told, we're actually a Simpsons prediction. Okay, thanks, but bucket list never was on there. Would have preferred to have lived the rest of my life not that. I can't count how many people, because it wasn't long after I was born again that this had happened. I'd been born again the October prior. That people said, Auntie, do you think God's angry? Do you think this is a sign? This seems biblical. No, I didn't think God was angry at me because I was doing his work. But I knew who was, and well, let's just say I knew why. What does Auntie say? There are no such things as coincidences, ever. And although I hadn't even brought it up to Uncle Mike until just this last May, when I thought maybe I should, when I did, I saw my husband go completely pale. And for a man who does not fully understand or comprehend the truth behind the spirit realm living here and demonic entities and the attacks that we can ensue, I did see that he understood. Oh crap, you're right. That is most likely why that happened to us. Because this year, nothing. Crickets. All of the years, my 48 years of living in Elko before, being here since 2015 in this house, no, never before. We'll have like hundreds here and there when their migration happens, but never like it happened last year. Well, what did you do, Auntie, that would make Satan so mad? No, I'll tell you exactly what I did, and I knew it the minute those Mormon crickets showed up the next morning. It was something I put on TikTok. It was actually 3 somethings I put on TikTok because I could not for the life of me, and I tried for a week. So much so that I had the script memorized, a 10-minute video script memorized, because for a week, as many times as I would try to record it, would not work. And so the day before the Mormon crickets came, I was like, this has to be said. So I'm not going to be able to make a 10-minute video. I'll just make 3-minute ones. And that worked. And it probably worked better than I had expected, because clearly the enemy was mad. What was that video about, Auntie? I really want to know. I'll tell you exactly what it was. It was the truth behind an elite society of vampires. All of them. Celebrities. All of the doppelgangers from the 1920s, 1930s. By now, I'm sure you've seen all the pictures. Nicolas Cage, John Travolta, Johnny Depp. All of these people, and there are a bunch. It's so strange how they all have these doppelgangers from way back. A lot of them were either soldiers, poets, or politicians. Well, I finished that video with one of the most mind-blowing ones. The guy from Game of Thrones, the dwarf. He has a doppelganger from the 1600s. He has an oil painting, and they're identical, with the same dwarfism. And I was explaining to everybody, these are the undead, the vampire elites. Even old Epstein himself. Have you seen your $20 bill lately? Take a peek. Yeah. And all of these people, these entertainers, these stars, like fallen angels, they all have a thirst and a passion and a need and a hunger for the same thing. Let's just say Roseanne Barr is not wrong. And by the looks of what I woke up to the morning after I was finally able to make that video, I was not wrong either, with millions of Mormon crickets swarming and covering my home. Last night, the door showed me everything I needed to know. And it all boils down to one very, very powerful person. So much so that I don't want to even tell you what they did to all 3 of my doors. I don't know how it happened. Well, yes, I do. Let's just say let's just say there's theories about her maybe being somebody else with a father who was an extremely powerful person. Started his own church for the bad team. She likes to, oh my God. Oh, I just figured something out. Guys, I'm sorry, but stay tuned. Sorry, that one actually kind of shook me. But I'm kind of glad that you guys got to witness how that worked, because that is exactly how that works. How God works and how he opens our eyes. Gets confirmation with words I didn't even think about before I said.